28-year-old mother of 9 who bragged about spending thousands of dollars a month on her EBT card just had her benefits terminated. This means taxpayers are off the hook, as this woman will no longer have her 12 kids, she's pregnant with triplets, 100% supported by taxpayer-funded food stamps. That's because President Donald Trump is putting an end to abuse and fraud in federal assistance programs. Trump says he is saving taxpayers from paying for endless dependency and is bringing accountability to the programs. The woman gained popularity online by posting videos of herself shopping at Sam's and Costco, flaunting massive grocery hauls paid for with food stamps. However, the Trump administration is ramping up audits and eligibility checks and putting an end to these types of situations. The woman is now complaining that her EBT benefits have been terminated, forcing her to prepare quote-unquote meager meals for her large family, like small portions of eggs, waffles, and sausage on 9 plates, a big difference from her previous extravagant shopping sprees. Last month, the woman, who refers to herself as Girl Quake, went viral with a cooking video where she prepared a large breakfast, including buttermilk waffles, French toast, sticks, blueberry waffles, and Roger Wood sausages, all purchased with her EBT card. Earlier that month, she showcased a grocery haul of more than $1,000 paid entirely on EBT, including multiple packs of snacks, meats, and produce, bragging that everything is free. Trump's reforms, SNAP verification, and fraud detection measures have already identified thousands of ineligible recipients who are being booted off the program.
And this just goes to show you the stupidness and the folly of Jake, yo. I swear, bro, like, especially you stupid ass black woman, like, yo, Eve, you are just really the dumbest of our nation. By far, like, as dumb as Jake is, like, I'll just say the female counterpart, Eve, like, you are just the fucking dumbest. Here it is, this bitch over here now, she losing access to the EBT funds because of the simple fact that how she was over here like I believe it was about like a month or some change that she was bragging on social media about how she get like 1,000 and some change in EBT and food stamps, you know what I'm saying? And she was flexing everything that she was pretty much showing on the video, like she was flexing all of the junk food that she bought for her house. And majority of the shit that she bought, believe all of the shit she bought, to be honest, wasn't even healthy. You know, the only vegetable I've swore I seen in that video where she was flexing about it was fucking pickles, and other than that, everything else was just completely straight junk. And for the most part, it goes to show you how these people are just so goddamn stupid. Because here it is, you got taxpayers that's struggling to even buy food in the supermarkets, right, because of the high inflation. And you got it to where people working 2 jobs and they still have a hard time to put food on the table, in a sense. Of course you could buy a little bit more than having 1 job, but then it's like, when you consider the fact that you have kids and all that shit, and then you got it to where this government talking about how you pretty much gotta go as far as, like, they claim that you gotta make a certain amount of money in order to receive help, because there was a thing where they say that when you make a certain amount of money, they claim you're making too much money and all this nonsense to receive help. You see what I mean? And that goes to show you the folly of this fucking country. That's why in Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 6, we'll start off with that, it says there is a folly set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Right. And of course it goes into saying, verse 7, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Right. And when you have someone who is low and pretty much considered to be the lowest of all nations, which is mainly Esau, that's pretty much the servant on the horse, right? And he's the considered to be the wicked ruler of this earth, of course you're gonna have, folly that's gonna be set in high places. You know what I'm saying? And at least it was good that, a lot of people on social media was pretty much reacting to this nigga woman exposing her her food haul that she went shopping, with her EBT funds, and started showing off how much she get and how much she have left over and all this shit. And you know what I'm saying? And this is the same nigga woman that have all these kids and don't work a single job. You know what I'm saying? While you got other people out here that's really paying their taxes, working real hard, pretty much getting laid off, gotta go through unemployment, and hardly could put food on the table. And then they gotta go through all this stress to, get these government benefits, while you got a nigga woman like this that's pretty much flexing on social media about what she's getting and not even working. You know what I'm saying? But have all these damn kids. And and Esau does this shit strategically so that he could just try to set up a race war, because you got it to where even so-called white people, they're struggling. They have it hard to fucking put food on the table and feed their kids. They gotta work 2 jobs, fucking they gotta stress about which bills they gotta pay first, and pretty much scrutinize their finances, and go as far as like budgeting more than ever. You know what I'm saying? And then when you come across shit like this on social media, of course shit like that's gonna get you tight, because this woman is basically practically damn near living almost like lavishly compared to other people out there that's really working hard to put food on the table. And sad to say, it's to the point where she's even living better than some Edomites. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad, because she's, in the end of the day, she's an Israelite, and even if she's a 2/3 and she dies on this side or whatever the case is, in the kingdom she'll be alright. You know what I mean? Because the blessing is still meant for Jake anyway. But for you Edomites, man, like, y'all should be scamming the system. Y'all should be the ones on social media flexing about how much you get in EBT and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be in her shoes in a way. When she was, having that pride about her to go on social media and boast about what she, bought from the Sam's Club, or wherever she went to go, shopping, or wherever she usually goes shopping with her EBT funds. So yeah, it goes to show you how foolish the ruler of this place is, and the fact of the matter is that, ultimately, let me just start off with this, because I know, like, this still goes into how stupid our people are. In Jeremiah 4 and verse 22, it says, "For my people is foolish, they have not known me, they are sottish children, they have none understanding, they are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge." Right? And even if it's to do good for their own health, they have no knowledge. Like this, fat ass woman right here. You see her, built like an oversized turkey or oversized quail, and more than likely the hair that she have on her head is pretty much weave, and not even fully her real hair. I could highly 100% guarantee you that. And someone her size hasn't ever heard about, or at least practiced fasting before. Probably not even a day in her life she ever tried that shit. You know what I'm saying? But hey, this is why Esau's finna cut the EBT funds. This is why he's finna cut SNAP, because of shit like this. And good for her for that to happen when she got her benefits cut because of the shit that she was on social media doing. Shows you how stupid you niggas really are, man. that's some shit that you keep to yourself, you know? Like, why would you fucking televise this shit and put it on social media to where everybody gonna see that shit? And now you're gonna have other people that's reacting to it, and other people that's gonna do reaction videos, and very soon it's just gonna, you know, pretty much get the attention of people who work in the government and all that other shit, and then they're gonna pretty much look into your case and all that, see you on social media flexing and bragging about, you know, shit like this, and they're gonna take a full look into account about how, you know, you not even working and you pretty much getting all this, you know, food, and, you know, while you got other people out there that hardly have shit, and then now they have to just cut your funds. And another thing, like, you know, pretty much like in Micah, the 2nd chapter, verse 10, it tells you that you got to depart from this land, how this, you know, this land is not your rest, that it will destroy you with a sword of destruction. And, you know, the part I'm getting at where how this is not your rest is the fact that any day or time Esau just could clip your benefits just like that within a snap of your fingers, you know. And, you know, she's realizing that, and at the same time, this Esau is a person that, you know, he may seem like he's doing for you at the moment, but then it's like he takes shit away from you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why you have to get in the habit of going as far as, you know, fasting and taking care of your health and things of that nature, because of the simple fact that, you know, we come into a time where there's not only going to be a famine of the word, where brothers ain't going to be teaching no more, but there's going to be a famine where you ain't gonna have the same access to food and water as you originally used to have access to, you know. And it's gonna come to a point where people are gonna realize that even if you stock shit up or whatever the case is, it's like, what's the sense of having it stocked up if you don't even have protection, you know, against other people who's gonna be trying to invade your crib, you see? And you could tell people like her, you know, for being an oversized, you know, Pillsbury, you know, man, or whatever the case is, like, you know, the Pillsbury doll, that little white character, that is pretty much a symbol for the Pillsbury doll. Yeah, she looked like the oversized one, that's, of course, with a dark complexion, you know. No need to, you know, be too shady or you know, but the fact of the matter is that, you know, this is the truth. And, you know, it's really should be a thing where people gotta, like, pretty much you know, shame people for being that fat, and of course, you know, having a diet that she has, you know what I'm saying? But in a world like this, where you can't tell people the truth because the truth hurts, and all this nonsense, and caring so much about people's feelings and being too much of a respecter of persons, it just causes people to, you know, basically look in a way that's highly unattractive, and ultimately it's pretty much an abomination to even live like that, you know what I mean? Because if how you look is bad on the outside, can you only imagine how bad it is on the inside? Well, what's going on in your, you know, digestive system, you know, anything that's going on in your respiratory system. You may have even problems going on when you use the bathroom, for the most part, especially considering that all the shit that she bought with her food haul shopping, you know. So, and considering the fact that you don't even practice fasting, I highly doubt it, you know, that could just lead to even more problems, you know. And this is why you could really say why, you know, black women for the most part are highly unattractive, and they're the most undesirable woman amongst all nations of women. And they're proud because of the simple fact that, you know, they're getting government benefits. And, you know, I got news for y'all. what they're doing now is they're cutting the benefits so that they could support, you know, the nation of Israel, and so that this country could also spend money on other shit that is not in the best interest for you American people. Which by this time, like, y'all should have been fighting against the government and pretty much been, you know, pretty much putting an end to this damn system by not taking a stand for the shit that they're doing. But yet you stupid ass people still fall for the okie doke, and you dumbass people still go along with the shit that, you know, Esau was pushing for, you know. And it's pretty much to the point where they got y'all working 70 hours a week just to pretty much make ends meet. And sometimes even if you working that amount of hours, you know, they still got you you know, sharing, you know, certain spaces for paying rent or whatever the case is, like having roommates and all that other shit. And that's why it's Sirach chapter 12 verse 10, it says, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Right? And you see, you trusting Esau in a sense is by way of trusting this government system. You know, you thinking that all that amount of money that you have at one point from getting these government benefits, you think that shit gonna last forever? Nah, that shit is going down, you know, and eventually it's gonna come to the point where, you know, they're gonna take it away, and of course, in order for you to get it back, you best believe they're gonna implement that MOTB, you know, to try to make sure that you take that CHIP in order for you to get those benefits back again. And you best believe a lot of women like this that can't manage to even fast, they're gonna eventually do shit like that. And good riddance to the people that put their trust into the system, because the system is always gonna fail you. The system will never even, you know, promise you anything, and even if it seemed like they promised you something, there's always some bullshit that comes along with it. You know, nothing is fully guaranteed with this devil Esau, and that's what scriptures be saying back to back. You know, over times in history, these so-called white people show that they are not reliable and that you can't trust them at all. But I'm gonna bring on this other precept because since the information is brought up about how her benefits was cut. Isaiah 32 verse 9, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, careless ones, strip you, make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Yeah, I mean, shit, look, we're coming to the point in time where, you know, you women have to face your troubles, because shit, us men, we've been going through it for so long, and you know, now it's time for you women to go through the trouble. And for you women that have been abusing the system, that have been even abusing your counterpart men, your Israelite men, and using the system against your man, well, hey, there's troubling times for y'all. And for having all them damn kids, I wouldn't be surprised if she have men on child support too, while also milking the system out of EBT, and most likely even cash assistance as well. You see, you women don't understand what the fuck is coming to y'all, and you're gonna get back a lot of, you know, judgment for all the wickedness that you have been pushing out on this earth. And you best believe a woman that's built like her ain't, you know, she ain't ready to rise up from being at ease, given how fat she is, you know. But she could rise up in the morning to go to shopping and things of that nature, to buy some food and all that shit. It even gets to the point where how our people are so much of an abomination to how their diet is so horrible. It's to the point where sometimes they're so fat they have to use a wheelchair to even, electric wheelchair at that, to even help them to, you know, go about their day. It's insanity. And then they wonder why they're the least desired amongst all nations. And then when we tell them the reason, oh, we're too harsh, the truth hurts, you know, we're too mean, we're assholes. Well, the truth wasn't meant to be something sweet. That's why they say open rebuke is better than secret love. And that faithful wounds are kisses of the enemy, you know, something to that effect. And honestly, may Trump bring an end to this shit any fucking way, because whatever Esau finna do, you best believe the Most High finna move on the right hand side at some point, and he gonna have it to where his men is gonna find a way. You know what I'm saying? So even if it may look like it's gonna be bad, it's only gonna affect mainly the wicked of our people, you know, and the niggas of our people, basically. And you best believe when shit like that happens on a massive level, that's how you're gonna get more of the elect to come around to start listening to the prophets and start watching the videos more, when they know they can't, you know, eat as much as they used to, you know, when they see the food running short. And then when you also see other, you know, calamities and other disasters happening, because of course the ones that's blowing the trumpet is mainly the men of the Lord of, you know, of GMS, and the ones that's following the like-minded doctrine that's teaching out there sincerely. And that's whose people are going to be, you know, targeting to pretty much seek for answers in that time, you know. And for the majority of people that's going to be trying to seek for the men of the Lord, and it's going to be too late, you know. So yeah, with that, I hope we made less edifying. Let's give all glory, praise, and honor to Adonai Yahweh, Bashem Shamalak Yahushua, Bashem Rakakadash, the honest apostle, Elsgrave Millstone, peace, citation, hope for elect, Shalom.